Hello, I'm Claire Smith and welcome to my channel. So today I've got a tag video for you. So the tag is questions other people ask you about your perfume collection as a perfume YouTuber. I was tagged by Bernice, who's also known as BB Motsumi on YouTube. She has a lovely channel, please go check her out. She's a really great South African YouTuber. And this tag has also been done by Val's Views, so you can also go check out Val's video. There might be other videos up by now, but those are the only two videos that I've seen so far. So I'm sorry if my questions might overlap with some of theirs, but let's just go for it. So the first one people ask me is why perfume? And I think for me, why perfume might be because I have a very sensitive nose, or I think I do. I probably don't in the grand scheme of things. But relative to other people around me, I think I do have quite a sensitive sense of smell. For example, at work, I work in a lab. If you smell something, you know that somebody spilled something. And I'm quite often the first person to say, what's that? Who spilled something? I think that's the training that I've had from my dad. My dad's a farmer. He works with a lot of equipment. If you smell burning, you know there's a problem with it and you need to sort it. You need to stop the motor and you need to go and look and try and work out what's wrong. So I think that for sure is something that is inbuilt in me. And I also just really love the presentation of perfumes. I think, there's nothing better than looking at a seriously pretty bottle on your dressing table. And it's the act of applying it as well. It makes you feel polished, it makes you feel ready for your day. And also, there's the joy of smelling it throughout the day, the joy when someone gives you a compliment, the feeling that you're presentable, the feeling that you've matched your perfume with how you're feeling. I think perfumes can change your mood as well. There's even scientific evidence to show that perfumes can give you an uplift in your mood. So those are all reasons why I love perfume. So the next question I get asked quite often is, how many do you have? And to me, this doesn't really matter that much. I'm not someone who's looking for numbers. I'm looking for scents that interest me and scents that I love. And I would say I probably have around 50 at the moment, but that changes all the time. So yeah, I just tell them. I'm completely honest with how many I have. I'm not embarrassed. I just tell them. So leading on from that answer, people will often say, wow, is that not really expensive? And I think my answer to that would be, well, it depends on what you're comfortable with spending, and as well, really, if it's your own money and you're not leaning on society in a way, does it really matter how much you spend on perfume? If you want to spend £200 on a bottle of perfume, go for it. But if that's going to cause you to have financial difficulties, don't go for it. I think as long as you live within your means. What's the issue with spending £200 on perfume if you want to? I personally don't spend a lot of money on perfume. I stick to quite designer level scents. I buy a lot secondhand. So for me, it's something that's a hobby. It's not going to be bankrupting me anytime soon. So another question that I get asked, also leading on from that, is, isn't it a waste? And what the people mean by that is, firstly, isn't it a waste of money because the perfumes might go off? And secondly, isn't it a waste of perfume because the perfumes might go off or you might not end up using them? If you don't store perfumes correctly, then they can go off very easily if they're exposed to light or to heat, or if you shake them. But really, I think if you store them well, then they will last. And okay, some scents might be more susceptible to degradation than others. Lighter notes are going to degrade a lot faster than heavier notes. So you might lose a few top notes, but ultimately, a perfume is going to be good for several years. And people collect vintage perfumes, so there's clearly a reason why vintage perfumes are sought after, and that's not because they're degrading, it's because they mature. And they might be more special to the person than a newer perfume, even if it's still available as perfume because of reformulation. So isn't it a waste of money? Well, it depends how you buy perfumes. I tend to buy perfumes when they're on discount or on a good deal, or I buy a secondhand scent. So if I don't like something, I can usually turn it over and get rid of it very easily on eBay or through other means. And I will probably get as much money back for it as I paid for it, or very close to that. So I don't really see it as a waste of money, because ultimately I'm not going to lose much if I don't like it. And it is always my intention to use all of my perfumes that I own If I don't like something, I will just sell it on. Next question that I get asked, leading on from what I've answered before, is, so eBay, how do you know that a perfume is real or not real, or that it smells as it should when you receive it? And the answer is, you don't. So eBay is complete chance. You are taking a gamble, you're taking a calculated risk based on how much your perfume is, how much your perfume is retail, and how much you want the perfume, how much you know the perfume, how much you can assess from the pictures that the perfume is real, that you've checked that there's a lot number, etc. But you still just don't know. And I've done an entire video on my eBay purchases. So if you're interested, you can go and check that out and find out more about my experiences buying perfume from eBay. The next question I get when I kind of explain what's popular on YouTube, how people buy perfumes in lockdown, is, why would you blind buy? And I think there are several reasons for blind buying, but really the reasons that spring to mind for me are that I want to try something and I can't because it's lockdown, so I can't just go into a shop and sniff them. I have to buy it if I really want to try it, and that means that you have to take, again, a calculated risk. You have to do your research, read about the notes, find out what people think about perfume, and then decide or not whether you're willing to risk that amount of money buying the perfume. So I think people blind buy for various different reasons, but I think they blind buy, one, for the excitement just of like having some gift to open. It's like a gift to yourself, you know, you open it and you don't know whether you're going to like it or not. You know what perfume it is, but you don't know what it smells like. And I think that's what is fascinating to a lot of people at the moment. And I think that's why perfume YouTube has kind of exploded, because a lot of people are doing that right now. But then I also think that blind buying is something that you're kind of challenging yourself. You're kind of saying to yourself, okay, I've read these notes, I think I like those notes, but do I actually like those notes when it comes to it in a perfume? So another question I get asked is, have you got any perfumes that you just don't like? And I think my answer to that is, I probably would have got rid of them if I didn't like them. So for example, I got by mistake Vera Wang Princess, and I couldn't wear it. It just made me feel a bit sick. I just sold it on eBay, it's gone. I had Givenchy Very Irresistible Intense, and to me that just smelled like bourbon whiskey, and I love whiskey, but I really don't like bourbon whiskey, so that was a no for me. So that again disappeared to the world of eBay, never to be seen again. So yeah, if I don't like something, it will probably just get quietly decluttered and put on eBay to be resold. That was before I started my channel. I think if I do have scents I don't really enjoy now, I think I probably would do a declutter video, but I have not felt like I've wanted to do that yet. I think that really I like all of the scents that I've bought. It's whether I love them or not. I don't love all of them. So people also ask me, do you wear all of the perfumes you have? Well, if you have 50, if you wear one perfume per day, you can only really wear them 6 times a year if you're being fair about it. And I would say that I'm not fair about it in any way whatsoever. I will pick and choose. I will have perfumes that, to me, say one season. So for example, I'm never going to wear Marc Jacobs Daisy Days in winter. It's just not a winter scent. Equally, I'm never going to wear Black Orchid in the height of summer. It's just not a summer scent to me. So I think seasonally I do get round them, but there are ones that will get more wear in certain seasons than others. And I do try to give them all some love at some point, but inevitably there are going to be a few that just don't see as much wear as others. Another question people ask me is, do you have a favourite? Have you got a signature scent? And I think I used to operate that way. I used to only wear one perfume at once for extended periods of time. And I think that I did used to have signature scents. So when I had a very much smaller collection, I remember when I was in my early 20s, my signature scent was DKNY Delicious. And before that, it was probably Estee Lauder Beyond Paradise, because my mum had bought me that one as like the first perfume that she'd bought me as a grown-up. And then after that one, I would say it was Marc Jacobs Lola. And then probably after that, it was YSL's Black Opium. And then it's kind of moved on and it's become a collection where I don't have a signature scent anymore. So yes, I used to, but no, not really any longer. And I can't really pick a favourite. And I think asking a perfume collector or perfume enthusiasm to pick a favourite is if you do get an answer, it will change from day to day. You are not going to get the same answer on a regular basis. So the next question I get is, wow, you've got a huge collection. How many perfumes is too many? And I think I'm reaching too many now. I remember when I started my YouTube channel, I had about 30 perfumes, and I was seriously upset with myself. I remember thinking, wow, you know, this is so wasteful. Why have you got this number of perfumes? This is ridiculous. I had real feelings of guilt, and now those feelings of guilt have amplified, and I have around 50 now, and it's reaching too much. I feel like it's excessive. I don't need that much perfume in my life. I feel bad if I don't get around them all and wear them all. And I think any more than 50, I'm going to be having those kinds of issues. So I'm going to try and slow down on my purchasing, and maybe even, perhaps, dare I say it, shudder, declutter a few that I'm not totally in love with. And then the final question that I get is, and this is kind of a very specific question for right now in the UK, is, so do you think perfume is just something that is just a bit of a distraction because we're in lockdown and you can't really do anything at the moment? And I would say that yes, it has been a distraction, but I think it's been a love for a long time. I think it's just kind of exploded because I had time to make YouTube videos in lockdown. I just had far more time on my hands. I got furloughed over the summer. So, you know, what was I going to do with my time other than enjoy perfume and make YouTube videos? So I think it will continue even after lockdown ends. And I think it might even like pick up a bit, because I will be able to go into stores, I will be able to spray perfumes. I won't just be limited to blind buying all the time. So yeah, I mean, I think it's going to continue. I think this is a lifelong love now. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And I would like to tag 3 other channels. So I'd like to tag Paola Bianca, Sniffing Fragrance, and Charlotte Ross. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!